I am live to tell you generally how my appointment for my knee went today. My knee surgery will be happening. I will be getting my knee surgery on the 28th of February. I'm super nervous because it's right around the corner. We have a month, about 3 weeks, to explore 1 or 2 more locations. I'm going to give an update about my knee and what my doctor all said, and then we'll get into the next location that I would like to go to. So, doctor did stress test on my knee to see if my MCL is healed. It is finally healed. So, for anybody, friends-wise, that knows that I go line dancing, even though I have my knee brace on, and only take it off when I need to, as in like showers and getting changed into different clean clothing. That is about it. My knee brace has helped. It has gotten me so close to my surgery. Whoever is live, please comment down below so I can see and talk to you personally and see who's actually live. The appointment went well. I got my surgery scheduled and set up and ready to go. I will not have a timestamp for it just yet. I do know it's going to be somewhere between, I think she said 7:30 and 3-ish. So do know it's going to turn into an all-day event. Hopefully it's not too early in the morning. But, yeah. They gave me the crutches, because we cannot find ours. So when I am home by myself, I am going to be practicing on how to keep my legs straight when I'm going up and down the steps, just so I can see how it's going to go. I do have a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. I did not expect her to subscribe like that. But I do thank you for that. A new place that I would like to go. I gotta talk it over at our meeting next week if we cannot get around to doing a meeting this week. But next Tuesday at 5:30, we are going to have a meeting on our location. I plan to get some updates from everybody on if they are down for this location. I am for sure down for this location because it is not even 25 minutes from my house. So my house being a meeting point is perfect. I hope all does go well with this meeting and we all agree to this location. I would like to do 1 or 2 more locations, and this one is a for sure. I want to do this one next. If anybody is down for this, please let me know. I am open for doing the Frick's Lock Village. It is by the Limerick Nuclear Power Plant. Very intriguing. I do plan to do more research on it. Actually, I might be able to do that for you guys right now. Let me get my laptop first. So I just threw a bunch of stuff on my bed to look for my wallet to make sure I didn't lose it the other night. So, struggling to get my laptop is not going as planned. I'm sure you guys would like to see or hear more on this. It's going to make it be a very long so this place is located technically in it's in East Coventry. So it is technically on the outskirts of Pottstown. I'm honestly looking into it just because it's amazing looking. Like, it's crazy. So about Fricks Lock Village. Fricks Lock Village, located at 503-508 Lower Fricks Lock Road in Pottstown, is a hamlet consisting of buildings dating to the 1700s. The section of the canal through Fricks Lock Village was located about 100 feet north of the 1757 farmhouse. The double lock was located about 250 feet west of the farmhouse. The canal contributed to the growth of Fricks Lock Village, as it did with all its stopover points and trading locations. History of Fricks Lock Village. Before European settlement, the lands of Fricks Lock Village were rolling hills covered primarily with mature woodlands of white and black oak, hickory, and chestnut trees. Talk about being specific. The level lands were mainly floodplain areas extending along the Schuylkill River. The Schuylkill River was reported as having an abundant supply of herring. Not sure what that means. Sturgeon and shad. The Lenni Indians of the Delaware tribe inhabited the region and trapped beaver along the river for their pellets as a valuable trading product. The advent of change in land use can be attributed to King Charles II of England awarding the lands of the future Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to William Penn in 1682. So it's basically a decent amount of land. So this could be very, very, like, sketchy and creepy to go to. The Schuylkill Canal is also abandoned. So that could be pretty cool. Trying to see. In 1969 and 1970, PECO obtained the separate parcels that encompassed the current Fricks Lock Village area as part of their property under federal regulations for nuclear generation stations. At the time of the property acquisition, most of the buildings were boarded up and vacated. Sorry, dyslexia kicked in. The federal regulations governing again, dyslexia kicking in. The operations of a nuclear generating station exclude certain uses, including residential, within a 2,500-foot radius of the nuclear facility. This is located by the Limerick nuclear power plant, so this is why they're bringing this up, is because they were, I guess, trying to turn it into a generating station since it's so close to the power plant. The recombination of parcels under single ownership, along with restrictions on possible residential use and desirable land use, has contributed significantly to preserving the integrity of the Fricks Lock historic area. Its isolation from major roadway and new development affords the potential to present a highly unique example of an excellent canal ear village in context with the activities of the Schuylkill River corridor's past history. So, this is one place that I would love to go see. It seems to have a lot of history. And even though it is kind of creepy looking, if you guys would like, I can bring up some pictures. And I also did find out 2 months ago, they dated that it used to be gated off with a huge gate and no trespassing. Whoever trespassed went to jail. The gate willingly is open. So I don't know if Pico ever took over what they had plans for the village and just gave up, or if they're still in the process of it and don't care about the gate being closed or open. I would like to go look at it, but I do want to make sure there is no trespassing signs. If there is trespassing signs, I do not want to go, because that is making it even more illegal than just going there and doing this itself. It really has a lot of history behind it, and I think it would be really, really cool to explore. I mean, the house kind of looks a little creepy, I won't lie. It's got trails, it's got a park nearby, and a crap ton of land. So, I'm gonna flip my camera around, and I'm gonna show you guys some of the pictures on here. So, I would assume this is probably the main house. We got that. Seeing this house in the dark is a little creepy. I would say that. I would say that house would be very creepy. And then I guess this is like a pathway to the woods. It's weird. But then again, there is a trail. But they did used to do tours. They actually did tours as of October 8th and 22nd of 2022 last year. So it's pretty recent. So I wonder if this popped up. I'm curious to know if this popped up on abandoned places, because it actually is abandoned and it's not used for anything anymore. It is very strange that it popped up abandoned if Pico bought the land and was doing tours at one point. So it does catch me off guard a little bit. But that's the point of exploring. You find out the hard way, apparently. The crazy thing that I think would be is we get there and the most that would happen is we see trespassing signs and have to leave. If that were to ever happen, I would definitely for sure say that we would have to go look for a different place to go. Just because I'm not looking to get in trouble. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to log into my Snapchat on my phone. Give me 1 minute. Or not my... Seems very, 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 very historic. And there is another place that I would like to go to. Generally... Thank you, Dylan, for subscribing. You are a smart aleck that you had to send a video of me doing my live. I'm gonna kill him for that one. It is definitely something I want to do. Give me a second. There is another one that I want to do, but it's not local and it's not as close as this one is to my house. But, so we were looking into doing the Dreamland Park of Murders, but I don't want to go there because there's trespassing signs all over. And no, I'm good. That could land us in jail, and I'm not looking to have to explain to my aunt that she's got to call me and bail me out. Especially since my family don't have that kind of money to bail me out. There's a place in Scranton. It is a factory. But I don't want to go to a factory just yet. It's going to be a lot of walking, and with me having my knee surgery in less than a month, I don't want to do too much walking because I've done enough of it already in the past weekend, and yeah. I'm sore as is, and I'm so lucky that my actual MCL, I'm so glad that my MCL actually healed. I don't mind going to haunted places, but there's one place I'd like to go. I would actually honestly like to go to the ghost trails. That's not creepy. It was like the first thing that popped up. Like, I literally went to type in ghost trails and ghost towns in PA popped up. 7 ghost towns in PA you can still visit. So, these would be something for us to do just because if we can still visit them, that means there's no getting in trouble for trespassing. Nothing. So that's a good thing. That's a good sign. So, even though Centralia does not have Graffiti Highway anymore, I still would like to go there. That is actually one of the ghost towns that I'd like to visit at some point, but that's involving a lot of walking as well. I'm just gonna start out with a small paragraph that started in the beginning. Thanks to Pennsylvania's long industrial history, the state is filled with communities that have come and gone throughout the years. While many of these ghost towns in PA have completely disappeared, a few still exist in the woods and along the roadways of the state. While there are plenty of abandoned places in PA, these ghost towns take it to another level, with many interesting spots to explore. Here are a few of my favorite Pennsylvania ghost towns and a bit of history behind them. So, the first one that pops up is Centralia. There is probably no ghost town in PA that's more famous than Centralia. Located in Columbia County in the state's northeastern corner, Centralia was a bustling coal mining community until the coal seam blew. The borough caught on fire in 1962. Within a few decades, Centralia was nearly abandoned, though a few hardy souls still live there. Okay, I didn't know that much. I knew it was haunted, but I didn't know that much. While nearly all of the community has been torn down, it's still interesting to drive the city streets and see the curbs, sidewalks, and stairwells that lead nowhere. So this might be a good place after my surgery. Sadly, the famous Graffiti Highway was recently destroyed by the owners of that parcel of land, but the rest of this famous PA ghost town is still worth checking out. Overlooking the field where Pit Hole, Pennsylvania once existed. So, this is another one. It is called the Pit Hole. I've never heard of that before. The community of Pit Hole, charming name, huh? Was found during the oil boom in northwestern PA. Pit Hole was laid out in May 1865 after oil was discovered nearby. Land speculators and would-be oil-burnt borons quickly scooped up the land, and a town was built around them. By December 1865, 20,000 people called Pithole, PA home. At its peak, Pithole featured more than 50 hotels, 3 churches, the world's first oil pipeline, a newspaper, a theater, and a railroad. Pithole became known as a rough and tumbling town, reminiscent of the communities of the Wild West. So that would be something I would want to explore at some point. That sounds really cool. I'd want to explore that more, though, after my surgery and I'm healed from it. Just because it seems like a lot of walking and a lot of buildings that could potentially be very dangerous for me to go into right now. We never know if those buildings could be falling apart, collapsing. By now, probably. Pithole's history was short-lived. However, as the oil boom began to wane, banks collapsed, and a fire hit the community, Pithole's population quickly collapsed, with only 2,000 residents in the community by December 1866. Less than 250 people lived in Pithole today. Pithole is just an... Sorry, I did not mean to end that as a question. Pithole, that would be the end. And then today, Pithole is just an empty field near Oil Creek State Park. A visitor center is located at the corner of town, which offers a fascinating look at this short-lived community. The old streets of Pithole are regularly mowed, allowing visitors to move through the ghost town. So, this one looks very creepy. And I won't lie, kind of looks something... There's only one person on my channel that would know what I'm talking about when I say this looks like something similar to something I've seen on Hype Mike. The ruins of Scotia can be found hidden away on state game lands near State College. So we would need to be careful. It's on game lands. Going out there during this time of year would not be a good idea. Because I honestly think being on game lands, one, we could probably get in a lot of trouble. Especially if we're not hunting, for that matter. I don't know how well this one would go. I don't know how much trouble we could get in, or if we could at all get in trouble. But it does look really cool, and if you guys would like to see it. Dylan, would you like to see what I'm looking at? Send me a snap or something. If you would like to see what I am staring at. I'll give you a minute. Because I know you're still watching. While I'm waiting, please go down below and hit subscribe and please hit that like button. Sorry, that sounded weird hearing Snap come through my phone or my laptop. It's nice having a laptop that I can do this off of. For so many people that would be young enough to get their phones taken away, this would come in handy. Back. Dylan. I know you're still watching. Unless you left and somebody came back in without me realizing it. we'll come back to that. I don't want to keep this live going on forever. It's already a 25-minute video. I'm not even gonna go through the history on that one just yet. Heck. Sorry, my laptop froze up. So this is one that's really cool looking. And it's in the western part of PA. It's called Yellow Dog Village. It looks really, really creepy. And like kind of haunted, to be honest. I'm not even going to ask. I'm just going to show. That way you guys can see what it looks like and give you your opinion on it. This is what it looks like. So this would be pretty creepy to explore for sure. Okay. Blowing up my phone. This would be really, I think this would be really cool to explore. Generally because I like the idea that there is some creepy, houses that are sitting there. So, like, it looks like they're abandoned. Like, it looks like there's windows, like, not in there anymore. I was really honestly hoping to convince my crew to go through with this one. Thank you, Dylan, for finally responding. Sorry. I know there's only one of you watching, but to others, if you see me typing, it's because the one person that is watching my live right now, I am also typing to on my laptop. Because, as you guys know, I asked him a question through my live and never got a response, so, kind of being a smartass a little bit. So, I'm going to read some of the history on Yellow Dog Village, because that one is the one that I really like the most. Of all the places on this list, Yellow Dog Village might be the most like what you think of when you think of ghost towns. Yellow Dog Village was constructed in Armstrong County, Pennsylvania, in the first decades of the 20th century to support the mines that were right outside of town. Even as the mines closed, the community continued until it finally became abandoned in the early 2000s. So this is one of the houses so far that I've come across. So Yellow Dog Village is a abandoned town, a decaying home. Today, the town's owner is doing his best to maintain the site and turn it into a historic village, and a few people do live in the community. However, many of the buildings are continuing to fall into decay as the years pass. So, I'm down for that one, to be honest. That Petroleum Center is far. It's another oil boom community, though. So a lot of these, and then we got Concrete City. I also don't really think there's going to be much to see at Concrete City because the buildings are falling apart. I do want to take a trip out there over the summer, though. So some of these I want to do over the summer. Just because by summertime I'll be healed. I'm going to keep that open so I can respond to Snapchat. I would really like to try and visit these places over the summer with my crew because I think Oh, you didn't hear it? Okay. The one place I had mentioned, give me a second, everyone else. Oh, I screwed up too high. Give me a second. I had asked you if you wanted to see a picture of the ruins of Scotia that are hidden away on state game lands near State College. It looks so similar to something that I've seen on Hype Mike. I mean, it's NPA, so I can doubt right now. I can tell you right now that it's not what was actually in Hype Mike, because I don't think they've explored anything in PA. I can find that out later. I do want to do one more live later on before I go to bed. Just because I'm going to brush up on more history on everything else that I want to do. Send me a Snapchat, Dylan, if you want to see this picture. Did you hear me? Gonna just move Snapchat over a bit. It pays having a tap screen phone or laptop. Bro, you're still watching my live. You seriously didn't hear me? Do you want to see the picture that I'm looking at on Scotia? This is so unprofessional. Yeah, that explains a lot. So whoever is watching my live, sorry. So I'm going to show it anyways, because even if he doesn't continue to finish watching it, he hopped off my live, but even though it still says there's one person watching it, which is weird. I don't know how to check who viewed my live while I was live. So this is the picture that I'm looking at. It looks so close to what I've seen in Hype Mike before. It's very creepy looking. Or like something that I would have seen in a movie. I just never knew that it was in PA. Yeah. But, I'm gonna hop off of here. This video is getting very long. I'm glad that I got to share my update on, when my surgery will be. I do not have a time yet. Hopefully I can give you guys another update on everything and go from there. Like I said in the beginning of the weekend, I will be doing an update. Actually, it was the beginning of the week. I will be doing an update after my surgery. Each day, I'm going to blog how my recovery's going, And the experience that I'm generally having, I've never had knee surgery. I've known a couple of people that had knee surgery, and they healed up from it perfectly and had no issues. I hope that you guys enjoyed this live and hearing about my surgery, and also some places that I'd like to go to. I definitely want to go to Frick's Locks Village for sure. No doubt about it. My friend that was watching my live low-key just made me feel like I was talking to nobody. Like it was in the beginning at first. Otherwise, please hit that subscribe button down below. Go like this up. Get me out there. Go tell your friends. Go tell your family. Get me out there as quickly as possible. We have a lot to show you guys, and you guys are going to love it. I can't wait to show you guys more abandoned places. And hopefully you guys get us out there so we can get moving and get on the roll with some videos, and hopefully lead into a very good future with our YouTube channels, and hopefully we can eventually make money off of it. I am actually going to do some research because I know some YouTubers make money off of the ads, as long as people actually physically sit there and watch the ads. I hope you guys enjoyed this live, and I hope to see you guys back later. Who knows? If I go line dancing tonight, who knows? Maybe I'll go live and show you guys what I do as a hobby before my surgery happens. I quite proud of myself. So I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this live. I'm going to head out so I can get dressed and eat dinner, in case I do figure out a way to go tonight. And I hope to see you guys later. Peace.